for. So Jordan, can you tell us a little more about that?
Yeah, so we are dealing with a red flag warning for all of central and western Oklahoma. That is until 6 o'clock tonight. So we got a red flag warning. Again, outdoor burning is not encouraged. Now, why are we dealing with fire weather? Well, that's because we're dealing with very windy conditions, very warm conditions, and very dry conditions. Here's the winds right now, 18 miles an hour in Oklahoma City, 14 miles an hour in Norman. These are southwest winds. These are warm winds. They're not cold winds, and they're also very warm. 76 degrees in Norman. 50s is the normal for this time of year. So we are way above normal, which is why we're seeing the fire weather for the state. Coming up, we're talking about the fire danger concerns for the rest of the week. Warmer weather looks to continue. I'll tell you how long. And rain finally is inside the forecast. I'll let you know when. Coming up, back to you guys.
Thank you, Jordan. We'll still ahead on
Welcome back to United. I'm Jordan Overton with Look at Your Weather. So right now you're looking at video. This is from halfway across the world in Afghanistan. So this is in Afghanistan. This is near the province of Nuristan, and they've received over 10 feet of snow. And unfortunately, they've had 135 deaths over there. And now what you're looking at is video from Seattle. And in Seattle, they've had 3 to 14 inches of snow in Seattle right there. And they also have at least 90,000 people without power. And also a lot of the district schools are closed. So let's kind of check this out. We're going to go halfway across the world. So there's the Atlantic Ocean. There's Europe. We'll come back down. We're going to go all the way in Afghanistan and see just where that snow video that you just saw was. So here it is. There's Kabul. And that northern province where that video was from is right up in here. So you can really see the snow that they've had over the past 24 hours, over the past weekend. Again, 10 feet of snow inside that region. That is a lot of snow up on that entire area. Unfortunately, 135 people dead, and they're still performing search and rescue, trying to find out where more people could potentially be. Now, if we go on the other side, the second half of that video we just looked at, so let's go back over to the United States. There's Alaska. Let's go northwestern side. Let's zoom in on Seattle. And Seattle is where the second half of that video was. So there's the mountain range. You can see the snow cover. This is live snow cover right now. I think it kind of stretches into Seattle. Now you might think, okay, 3 to 14 inches of snow in Seattle. What's the big deal about that? Well, they normally don't see that much snow there in Seattle at most of that time. So that's all stuff going around the world. We got snow. It's February, but in Oklahoma, things are quiet. Let's take a live look outside right now. There's a water tower. See the trees are kind of blowing back and forth. It's windy. It's warm. We're way above normal for this time of year across the state. Now, we'll take a look back. Here's what we're looking at for right now. 77 degrees, 66 in Wichita, even 45 degrees in Omaha. So very warm across the entire state. This is why we've had the fire weather concerns, because all this warm air is coming right up into the state, which is why we're continuing to see the fire weather for today and also into tomorrow. But the good news is tomorrow night, you have a cold front come through, which will help us out on Wednesday and Thursday, will help to weaken and kind of diminish the fire concerns for Wednesday and Thursday. The biggest reason for that is because we're going to see northerly winds instead of southerly winds, which again, northerly winds is cooler air, not warmer air. Get to Friday though, winds come back around, warm air, low relative humidity, dry. So again, we're looking at high fire danger for Friday. So that's the big story right now. It's way above normal. It's very warm. Tonight, again, 52 degrees in Norman. Look at our normal. 28 degrees is normal. So we are like, wow, that is very, very warm for this time of year. Tomorrow, things are going to be pretty nice. It's going to be a nice day. Thankfully, the winds will be a little bit lighter than they were today. We're going to reach out right around 73 degrees for tomorrow afternoon. That's the same case for all across the state. 70s, maybe even a few 80s in far southern Oklahoma. All right, so we extend this forecast out. Here's what we're looking at. Windy and warm for Tuesday. It's not going to be as windy as it was today, but still windy. Then when we get to Wednesday, that front moves through. It's going to start to cool off a little bit. Cooler conditions for Wednesday. And Thursday, that cold air really starts to settle in. Temperatures drop off a little bit more. We're in the 50s. But then look at the weekend. 83 degrees on Saturday. Again, winds come back around. It's going to be warm on Saturday for sure. The record is 82, and I'm saying 83. So I think we're going to break the record on Saturday. That's my forecast.
Wow. Wow. And Friday, nice as well, but maybe refrain from having that barbecue just because of that fire
Exactly, because of the fire concerns. And even Saturday, too, because it is going to be warm. So just be safe, be careful, and that's all you got to worry about.
Right. Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you.
Well, Joseph, I know you're happy about the Super Bowl results.
The greatest of all time.